And welcome back to Pick of the Week, where we look at the current state of the race for award season and tell you who we think has the edge right now. I'm Michael Schneider.
And I'm Danielle Turchiano. This week, we're looking at the top contenders in the Golden Globes drama series race. It's a pretty interesting year this year. Some big players have returned. Quite a few new high-profile freshmen are entering into the race as well. Mike, I think we should start with Succession.
Everything I've done in my life, I've done for my children.
Well, I think there was a lot of buzz going into the fall on this show. I mean, this entire industry was talking about it. And you remember, it's a show that's about the industry. When you have a group of journalists like the HFPA who are voting on this, there's a definite interest in the storylines and the characters. And I think the buzz ultimately had some impact even on the Emmys this year.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree. I think it's definitely getting nominated, especially because they overlooked it last year. And typically, the Hollywood Foreign Press likes to honor things that are new.
Yeah.
And so I feel like they might be a little bit remiss that, we didn't do it, now we can.
Yeah. But as we know, it's going to be a crowded year. A lot of new shows coming on, especially in the fall, thanks to the launch of all these streaming services.
Stand by 3, stand by 1, make your move.
Morning show alone feels like such the perfect HFPA show because Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon, Steve Carell.
They love their stars at the HFPA.
They love their stars, but they also love them specifically, having nominated them multiple times before in film and TV.
Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon are showing up at every event. That will be noticed when it comes time to nominate these shows. Now, a show coming back for a new run is The Crown, which is a favorite, and now it's got a whole new cast. The Oscar-winning Olivia Colman, of course, is the new star.
Yeah, and she won the Globe last year too. So, I mean, aside from drama series, I feel like she's also so noticeable, which just helps the overall show.
And then there's a show that we've kind of stopped talking about now, but was one of the biggest shows of all time, Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, which of course won the Emmy for its final season, but was not well received by viewers, by critics, and at this point it feels like that was ages ago. It may be in the hunt for a nomination, but I don't feel a lot of buzz anymore, a lot of love, which might open the door for some of those other shows that are returning, like you mentioned.
That's true. I mean, 2 of those shows that were nominated last year, Pose and Killing Eve, are eligible again.
Yeah.
And I feel like those are shows where, similar to Succession, the buzz has only gotten bigger as the years have gone on. Especially with both of them getting Emmy nominations this year, Jodie Comer winning the Emmy for Killing Eve, and Billy Porter winning the Emmy for Pose. I feel like those are shows that definitely are back in the running for the Golden Globe.
Yeah. Watchmen, which is on right now.
Yes. As a series, because of what Damon Lindelof is doing with the original source material, not only extending the world for a new year, new topics, alternate America, it's very racially charged, politically charged, all things that we're talking about in the news and in our zeitgeist in general. I feel like it has a shot.
Yeah, so maybe bumping some of the older shows. But then you've got a couple other bubbling under. Euphoria.
That's true.
A show that I feel a little too old to discuss. But
I will say I agree with you there. At the same time, sometimes it's nice to feel your age while you're watching the show because you still want to watch these characters. They're still engaging even if you can't relate to them. And I think that says a lot for what that show is doing.
It's like a documentary to me. So I'm learning a lot about that generation, and I fear for my kids. But anyway, it's a good show and one that also could be a contender.
Yeah.
So Danielle, this is called Pick of the Week.
Yes.
So if you've got a pick to click.
Ooh, that's a hard question. I will say my pick, if I were voting, I definitely would be voting for Pose to be nominated. Potentially even win. I think in the second season, they really went above and beyond the already high bar that they set in the first. Still an aspirational story where characters really got their times to shine, but they really did not shy away from just how hard life was when you were living in 1980s and 90s New York with HIV, being transgender and not understood, let alone accepted.
Yeah.
It's a very emotional series, but it's emotional on both ends of the spectrum, which I think is important now. You hit everything.
Yeah. And my pick has got to be, for all the reasons you mentioned, Watchmen. What an astounding show, and a show that wasn't afraid to dive into subjects like the 1921 massacre in Tulsa on Black Wall Street. Something that I think the majority of people watching the show knew nothing about. So not only was it sort of educational in a way, but it's so entertaining. Regina King is killing it, and also the music by Trent Reznor. So good. Damon Lindelof, I will watch anything that he does. Let's be honest. I'm a little bit of a homer for Damon, but I really think he did a great job.
Yeah.
He and the rest of his team.
Agree.
So Watchmen, if you're not watching it yet, start watching The Watchmen. Thanks a lot for joining us on Pick of the Week. I'm Mike Schneider.
I'm Danielle Turchiano.
We'll see you next time.